My name is Naisha. As most of you all know, pretty much the face of the Fearless Mommy, which is a mom blog that you all know of. So today I am doing my first interview for my Mompreneur series of 2019. And here I have Nicole.
Hi.
And we'll be digging deep, just a little bit into her life, not getting too personal. But I have some questions that I want to ask her to pretty much see how did she start her journey for entrepreneurship. I don't know what's coming, but it should be okay. Cut, whatever. So the first question I'm going to ask Nicole to do is describe herself in one word, and why.
Okay, I would say goofy. And the reason why is because life is so hard as a mom, as a wife, as an entrepreneur, that the laughter pushes through. You know, you find the laughter and the fun in it becomes easy. So that.
Okay. The second question is, are you an organized or a go with the flow type of mom?
Go with the flow.
Okay, and why would you say that you're a go with the flow mom?
Because I see a lot of moms that are scheduled and they're so stressed. It's like, you know what? They end up on like Xanax. Or they turn to wine. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the flow.
Okay.
Nothing's stressing me out. Nothing's perfect. And I'm gonna do the best I can.
Okay, that's a good question. Because I'm actually a routine mom.
Okay. I can see.
But for me, it just makes things a little bit easier. Sometimes I try to go with the flow and I'll just tear off and I'm like, okay, cool. But that next morning, I'm like, all right, this is it. Get up, you know, go to school, drop off. Like, I like to do things routine, like Monday through Friday. No lie. It's just easier for me.
I wish I could. I wish I could be organized, but it's just, it's, my life is so unpredictable because I can predict we're going to do this.
Right.
It only takes one person to call out of work and it changed my whole schedule, or one kid sick, or this happening, and my whole life is different, you know? Like, if my husband gets sick right now, like, it changes things. So I would love a schedule. It would make my life easy, but I'm just...
And see, when I was a 9-to-5, I ended up actually basically leaving my job because at the time my son was sick. And, you know, you only get so many sick days.
Right.
You know, they only give you so many points. And I was like, you know what? I had to make a conscious decision because he kept being sick. Daycare was calling me, you know, so I'm like, I have to kind of cut ties with this and just figure my way.
Right.
Because at that point I was starting my entrepreneur journey. So I just had to make that decision, like, yeah, I have to make sure I'm available for my children.
Exactly.
You know, so, but yeah, I mean, I understand, but yeah, I'm more of that organized mom.
We all want to be. We all would love to be. You know, it's something to get to eventually. You know, but I'm not gonna like beat myself up over it. Like, oh, I need to do this, because if you start that, like, oh my God, I missed this. I missed homework, and it's like it's so much pressure, and it's like I have to be strong, like, in everything. Like, I'm a leader in at home, at work, in my life, you know, so I have to keep. So I'm just like, that's when the goofy comes back, and I'm finding the fun, because you start thinking about it, you know, it's hard. Yeah. I want it to be perfect.
Right.
So.
Yeah, that makes sense though. All right, so the next question is, do you find it hard to balance being a mommy?
Of course. And it goes back to what I just said. It's hard. Everyone wants the time. It's like, if you actually like want to be a decent parent, like what school they're going to, that matters, where you live. What are they eating? Or are they getting too much screen time? Or are they healthy? Like, it's a lot of work. So it goes back to going with the flow.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what keeps you motivated daily?
Money.
Well, I think we all love money.
Exactly. And it's at the end of it, you know, like, I'm reaching to this goal. I want to retire early and travel. So by the time my kids are down to school, and I'm like, okay, so I'm traveling the world, so I'm working towards that goal, and also, you know, so that keeps me motivated.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely agree. Money, look,
yeah,
okay, because we all got a goal that we're trying to reach, and definitely money is, of course, something we're ultimately reaching to. But of course, you have those steps and processes to get there.
Exactly.
So, yes, it definitely motivates you. Now, do you take away time from your schedule and enjoy time to yourself?
No. Because I enjoy life. Okay. So I've learned to just enjoy every moment. Like, I enjoy coming to work. I enjoy, well, most of the time hanging out with my kids. Like, I enjoy every part of it. But I do take those breaks that, like, if I go on a business trip, that's my time. Okay. So I work towards that. But every little day, I don't have time to take for myself because everybody else needs me. It's like someone needs me, you know. Okay.
Now, I know for me, I know this year I said I was going to dedicate at least 2 days a month that I could do. You know, maybe it's take myself to the movies and out to eat by myself. Had you ever thought of that? I know you said you kind of incorporate it into your daily life, but have you ever thought about just scheduling out a block, like, you know, just enjoy like massage or whatever? Have you ever thought of that?
No, not recently. I just haven't thought about it. Every day is something. Like every time I try to plan something, it's like it only takes one person to say, "Oh, I'm sick," and it's like, "Well, I have to be there." Yeah. So I haven't. I would love to though. I would love to have time to myself because I do enjoy my own company. I used to go to the movies. I would take those spa days, but with this new venture, it just sucks up so much time, you know, and 3 kids and husband, it's just so much. A lot. Yeah. It's so much.
It's like you pulling everywhere. Somebody wants you over here. Yes. 3 people want you over here.
So there's no time, but yes, I want to get there though. I need to get there.
And see, that's why I cherish my times. Like, I'm so serious about drop-offs in the morning with my children. After I drop them off, I'm like, oh, yes, mommy time.
But you know what?
But work time. So it's like, yeah, you really don't have the time, but it's like, okay, I can at least sit down by myself. I don't have somebody saying, mommy. You know, I'm not being pulled 10 million ways. I can just sit and kind of focus. Right. Know, so.
But, you know, that's why I like what I do. Like, I love it. So this is my escape. I'll come and merchandise, or I'll come and play and clothes. Like, I actually enjoy what I do. So this store is an escape. So
that's pretty much your balance.
Yeah, it's my balance because I'm in here. Like, I can choose not to be if I want to because I can have someone come in, but most of the time I can sit and, you know, we're slow in the morning, so I take some time. I can play around. I can figure out stuff. I really enjoy what I do, so, you know, it's not too bad.
Okay. All right. So if you could make a wish for anything, what would it be?
I wish I could duplicate myself. That's it.
Interesting. Can you describe?
Yeah, I haven't found anyone better.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of compete with yourself.
You see what I'm saying? A person that, like, loves their job. Yeah. So if I had 2 of me, like, okay, you go deal with the kids. Okay, so I know you're not going to harm the kids. I know you get So if I can duplicate me, then I could be here, and I can have me running another store. Right. I can have me in Vegas shopping for the store. Right. So if I can duplicate me, I think I'm a pretty dope person. So
that's interesting. Interesting. I like that.
It's coming anyway. We're going to be able to do that.
Yeah. I mean, technology. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, you probably have 5, 6, 7, 10
exactly.
people just like you.
I'm Nicole too. Exactly.
All right. So you are self-employed. Now, can you tell us a little bit about your entrepreneur journey? Like, where'd you start and to where you are now?
I've always been an entrepreneur. I think my first business was like high school. So I've done a lot of things, just trying to find like my passion. Like, I always knew like college was an option. Like, I don't want to work for anybody. So what do you need a degree for? So trying to figure out. So fashion was my first thing I dabbled in, and I wanted to open a boutique, but I was 17, can't sign anything. Right. Then I did some more stuff, like went to real estate school a couple times.
A couple times?
Yeah. So didn't pass either time, but I tried photography. I tried I tried a bunch of different stuff. And then when I had my oldest daughter, I started dressing her up. Like, she used to have her own Instagram and stuff like that. And then, like, I started sewing, and then I started making stuff for her. So my first thing to bring us to where we are started with, like, a pair of, like, mommy and me bracelets. Oh, wow. So I was on Etsy, so that's what I was making. And I'm like, okay, let's try to grow it because I can stay home. And then, so I started sewing and making, like, skirt and bow sets. Then that grew. Then I tried to get it mass produced and get in the stores, and we were in a store. And then so that took, I got pregnant, so it changes things. So I get sick, I can't do anything. But I started back up, and I changed the company, added like graphic tees, like mommy graphic tees and stuff like that. Did that for a while, got tired because I was doing most of the work. So I was thinking, I just want to do women clothing, like just ship it.
That's it,
yeah. So I was gonna do a warehouse, but that fell through. So I had all this inventory at home, and so I called them all, like, can I do a pop-up? And that's how we got here. So it was never my plan to have a boutique, but you know, I love it. It's been really fun. It's something I think I want to keep.
So most of your experience, you would say, is in retail, like fashion.
Yes.
Pretty much that background.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. All right. So this is a question off the radar. So you said you sew. So how did you learn to sew?
YouTube. Everything I know is from YouTube. So I actually hate when people ask me questions. Like, YouTube is not out there. YouTube University. That's why I know everything.
YouTube is the bomb. Anytime I have a question with something, I promise I go right to YouTube.
Right. So it's like almost if you can't go on Google and search the information, you're kind of wasting my time because I learned from there. You know? So yeah.
Interesting. All right. So last question is, what is some advice you would give to a new mother?
A new mother, don't try to be perfect. There's no perfect way to mother. As long as you're not harming them, I say just take it slow, go with the flow, and incorporate some scheduling if you can. But I found it less stressful to just go with the flow because you don't know what type of kid you have. You could have a sick kid. You could have, you know, there's a lot of autism, there's a lot of ADD going on. So it's like, just go with the flow, don't stress out, because when we try to be perfect, we end up like beating ourselves up.
Yeah, we push ourselves. We beat ourselves up for not being able to pretty much reach what we expect.
What we think a perfect mom is, because most people you think is a perfect mom, they're on pills. Like, seriously, once I realized that, like, there is no perfect mom. Like, or you can do everything perfect and the kid still turns out a certain way. So like, just do the best you can and try to raise a good human being. That's it.
Now, just one last question. This is off the radar as well. What is some advice that you would give to a mom that's pretty much trying to accomplish her goals? With you being a mom of 3, what is some advice that you would give to that mom? If you could just do it in one sentence, what would you say to her?
Just do it.
Yeah, just pretty much do it. I mean, in 2019, it's like, we all, even as women, not even just as moms, we all have goals that we want to accomplish. And it's like, at this point now, it's just like, quit talking about it, you know? And a lot of people make the excuse, oh, I don't have the money, I don't have this.
Just start.
Look, you can start somewhere, whether it's in your kitchen, you know, your living room, whatever the case may be, but all it takes is just to start.
And just starting. You don't know where it's gonna go. Like, even though I had so many businesses, right now at this point, all of those are added to my resume. So I can do my own photography. I can model my own stuff because I tried to be a model. So I see, I was a hairstylist once too. So like, all of that knowledge helps me today. So it may seem like, oh, you have this, you know so much, but I'm like, I failed so much, or I tried so many things, and it's like, you doing it, you're researching, you're learning new knowledge. Like, I had to. There's no college, there's no one I can go and work for right now. Like, this is it, you know. So
it's trial and error, and that's just what it is in business. But I want to thank you for taking this time out to answer my questions.
No problem.
I really
Thanks
appreciate it. Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.